We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Washington Redskins.
Clock now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Block now to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone.
Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon. Intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down right around the 37. A Redskin first down to pick up 15 yards. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Mike 380. Mike 54. You don't want no.
On first down, here's Breida. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And out of bounds right around the 20.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Wilson now to throw on third down. Flushed out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Odell Beckham, his 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. No problem there on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone, as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Throwing his lock on third down. He's got his man on the crossing route. That's good for 28 yards.
Here we go.
Complete to number 16. A 28-yard gain.
Here we go. 8 B's. Check. Hey, Charlie. 34. Shoot. Ready?
On first down, Locke. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Breida. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And all the way up to the 37-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go, D. All day, D.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught by OBJ. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Wilson. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now it's Wilson. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
14. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Play action. It's Wilson. It's caught. Beckham. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Roll out. Joker.
Now they try the right side here. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Alpha.
Turn it towards the mic. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. He's going to fire one. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now? Start over.
They've got his man complete. 27 yards there, a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a give coming right is Breida. And he cuts it out right sidelines. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Matt Breida his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Redskins have taken the lead. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Hey, Haywood.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Got it.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He finds his target, Beckham. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
36 power.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. This is Breida. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Matt Breida with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
That's caught inside the 20. A huge play that time for the Rams. 63 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Hey, Delta.
On 2nd and 12, Locke. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very low. And the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
He's coming.
14.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Sponge.
Now it's Breida.
You ain't going nowhere.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Let's go. Let's do this.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now it's Wilson, flushed out right. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards, the final tally.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Hey, Zoo. 34.
After the sack on first down, Locke got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. This is the tight end, Njoku. That goes for a gain of 31. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Rip right.
Bravo. Hey, lock it. Go.
Throwing on first down is Locke. Now he's flushed out right, and he fires one incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Go, go.
34's a Mike. He's coming. Check him. Check him.
Leo.
You're not ready. Check that.
Back to the air on second down. It's Locke. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Right there. 54 Mike. Bring it.
Breida, he'll try the right side. And they work this out past the 25. That one good for 26 and a first down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They run with Breida. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's got the first down and more past midfield. There he goes, right side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and think, oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Check.
49, check 49.
Bring out.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He can run for it, and he will. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it they're picking up the first down.
Check.
Now Wilson on first down. They get just 2 out of it there, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On the handoff, this is Breida. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. They run again with Breida. 20! And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Matt Breida with touchdown number 29, 2 short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 24.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
At the 22-yard
Go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
Watch the slant.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Watch the slant. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Mike 34. Mike 34.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Ready, ready. 90 Wolf.
You must be dreaming. Check 4.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit? They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Any day. Let's go. Hey, go Mike 34. Mike 34.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Hey, exit. Gone, gone.
Here we go, D.
Now.
Here we go on fourth down with Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
I got him.
On first down, Wilson eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. On second down now. It's Freeman. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. He may try and run, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Russell Wilson, his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The extra point up and good, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Lock now on first down. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Go.
Play.
Ready.
Lock working out of the gun. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Lock to throw on 2nd down. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Hard. Hit it.
Lock now on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Special. I'll go special.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. That would give to Breida. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, Washington. Matt Breida becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. He's going to float this one deep right side. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Rush in. Watch the safety creep. Let's go.
Lock will try to sneak. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams do gain a bit of respectability. Zuerlein connects on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Check out route. Right stone. Drive on.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson gets it off to Freeman. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Wilson. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Russell Wilson, 38 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Lock. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 44. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Touch 50, touch 50.
Fair. Mike, 55. That's it. 55. Watch the curl. 55's Mike.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He goes underneath to Freeman. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Wilson now A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Wilson, he's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Russell Wilson keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the interception by the Redskins deed leads to a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now a handoff here to his running back. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And again this time to the tailback. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Rams on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, Haywood!
Mike 34. Double dog, that's the way.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for L.A. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. It's a gain of 5. So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
SOS. Hey, Delta.
SOS. Kill.
Yes.
Mike. Squeeze, double. Mike 34, Mike 34.
From the gun, it's Locke.
Here we go again.
Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Fair.
Watch QB drop. Shift. Kill.
Hey! Hey, foxtrot. Let's go.
On 1st down, Locke. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Hey. High 7. Shoot.
Locked again here on 2nd and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 28. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Breida. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Good job right there. Good job right there.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Hey, easy, cut.
Wilson wants to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Come on, guys, 4 down, 4 down. 53 to Mike, 53, check 53.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And that'll set them back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Guys, game situation, let's go.
Front left, front left.
Zoom, zoom. Out, 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 out.
Tempo, tempo.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Hey, 1 set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Stop your whining. Switch.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Watch the run. Watch the run. It's soft, baby. That's baby soft. Eddie Weapon. Back. Check 3.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Now it's Wilson. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points and continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Redskins, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, well, not much more.